Last time on renovating number 5, we installed the eco deck. This time we're going to install the railings and banister. So we know that the height of the posts the banister needs to be 1 metre high. We know that much. And we know that it has to be 80 mils between each rung. So ours are at the moment 77 mils to get them all in. So I've drawn a line on the centre of the post on all of them, both sides, and on the first post and the last post I have put little random dots that are 77 mils, well actually not random, 77 mils apart, and we're going to put a plumb line on from this post to the far end post.
We're going to use a chalk line.
Sorry, we're going to use a chalk line, which you also... Oh yeah, no, it's different, isn't it? You're right. Shush. Anyway, ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. We're going to use a chalk line, and we're going to mark where we're going to drill the holes for the wire to go through for the middle post. Hey, just watch. You'll be able to understand what I'm saying, even if I can't say it. I'm going to put you down. Okay, so we've done the chalk lines, and then we've drilled the holes through to the other side. And so unfortunately we had to drill, because we don't have a long enough drill bit to go right through, we had to drill both sides. So it was a bit of a challenge to try and get the holes to actually meet up. So you can see where on this one where it says a little X on it, that's where it didn't quite meet up, and we had to re-drill that one, but it's all worked out. And Andy's beavering away now, painting all the posts. So they're all done, and then tomorrow we'll lop the tops off, and then hopefully the line, which is here,
wire.
So hopefully this will go through the holes. Otherwise we're going to have to buy a new drill bit and get some more and drill them again. Anyway. It was a really hot day, so the paint dried really quickly, so I could follow on behind and get the second coat of paint in before we went home. Going to lop off the tops of the posts to make sure that they're right measurement. They're 990 to allow for the rail to go along the top, and we made a little jig to make it easier to saw the top off, to keep it as level as possible. The blade won't go through all the way through, so we had to try and balance it over the other side, which is a bit hard because the blade is obviously right in front of you and exposed, and one slip and you could lose your stomach. Okay, not bad. So you can see we've already done the others already. So we're going to, some that they're a little bit, and you can't get them as even as possible because obviously you're going from one side to the other. So we're going to stand them off and make them flat. Chopped off, and they're all been painted again, and he's screwed in the what do you call them? Yeah, thems. And he's now just fixing one of the... He's swaging. Very good. That sounds something you do when you're drunk, and it's swaging. Anyways, he's crimping the ends of the cable, and they'll obviously fix onto the rings. That's what they're going to be called, rings that we screwed in. Anyway. There you go, that's simple as that, just clips on. End's done, just needs tightening up down the other end. So I'll bring you back when we finish and you can see it all done. Okay, all finished. And we even done the ones down the end as well. They need tightening up, so they're a little bit slack at the moment. They need tightening up, and we've got to put the top on properly. And this sort of roughly. Not sure whether we're going to use that plank of wood or whether we're going to get something else, but that's sort of the rail that we're going to have, and we're going to varnish it. Andy uses the router to create a drip line to the underneath of the rail. This stops the water collecting on the underside and rotting the rail when it rains. Once he's done that, he then rounds off the edges, just to make it more like a rail rather than what it is, a plank of H4 treated builder's wood. He then cuts out a recess for the upright post to slot into. This hides any unsightly deviations and gives it a much better finish. Once the rail has been glued and screwed into place, it's filled with wood filler and then rubbed down. We're giving it a coating of varnish. Looking good. I'm not absolutely completely happy with the finish, because I don't know if you can see. Hopefully you can. But there's little fine little circles where it's been rubbed down, and it's left marks. So not sure how well that's going to I can come out, so I've got to rub it down again and then give it another coating. Also, we have a nice new handrail for the stairs too, which is fantastic, along with the rungs that have been put in. So it's all now officially to code, apart from that little space which we're trying to work out how to deal with. I gave the rail a light sanding with paper rather than the sander, as I think this was causing the rings in the wood. The second and third coating of stain really deepened the colour of the wood and all the imperfections disappeared. Only one problem is all the midges have come out and they've all decided to make it home on my nice bit of wood. It's still a bit damp. Very annoying, so I'm going to have to wait until it dries, and then I'm going to have to try and see if I can flick them off somehow. They're annoying. So the eco deck is completely finished now, and I think it looks really great. It totally changes the front of the house compared to when we bought the place. What do you think? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share.